No, I'm about to go in. Told me that I couldn't do it, but I gotta bring it back, so they're really numb with it. Let's go. Tell me where you're from, where you stay. Now I keep it lit from the coast to the bay. Peace on the right.
If you guys are looking to improve your team and want to buy cheap and reliable Madden coins, head over to cheapmaddencoins.com, use code MAZE at checkout for 10% off. What is going on, everybody? Maze-O-Matic back again with another video, and in today's video we're taking a look at some more Madden 19 information, all of y'all's favorite. I know I am stoked for Madden 19. I hope you guys are too. Today we are taking a deep dive into MUT. It was posted at 11 a.m., so I might be a few hours late to the party, but it is new information, and it was written by Jake Stein, who, let's check his credentials out here. Sorry, I'm recording my screen. Associate producer of Madden 19. So as you guys know, Madden 19 launching August 10th. If you pre-order, you get it August 7th. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be getting it on August 7th. I am so freaking excited. Madden 18 has been dead for a minute now. Can't wait for Madden 19 to be ready. Also, before we even get into this information, I want to tell you guys, I'm thinking about going to EA Play next weekend, where they are going to be releasing and unveiling Madden 19 gameplay, and hopefully I can get some footage, meet some other YouTubers. Let me know if you guys think that's a good idea. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a real good idea. Anyways, hello Madden fans. Get your popcorn ready because we're diving in. I'm not going to read all this. This is a lot of words. I already looked over it. I know the highlights. To start, we're going to be looking at the player upgrades. So I'm going to highlight it right there. Player upgrades. No, I don't want to share it. I don't want to share it on Twitter. Stop it. Player upgrades. That's where we're starting. So they addressed basically in here that they knew that a lot of people were really unhappy with the way player upgrades were in Madden 18. And so what they're going to be doing is they're making a few changes to it. So they're keeping player upgrades, but they're making a few changes. So the first thing, talk about exploring through sets. They addressed that people didn't really like having to go to the team token sets and go get a team token, then go put it in the upgrade sets and having to navigate everything. It got kind of confusing. So what they're going to be doing this year is on each player that's eligible for an upgrade, you're going to be able to upgrade it straight from the card. So this is what it's going to look like right here. You see there's a Le'Veon Bell example, and it says tier 2 right here. So this is what it's going to look like when you see, if you look at my arrow right here, it says upgrades. So when you're on the card, if you click upgrade card, it's going to go to this whole user interface right here. And then from there, you can upgrade the card. Now, they got rid of the token form of upgrading. This year, they're going to be doing something called training. So training is, they want to streamline the process, a new currency type, training. It's one of the things you'll need to power players up. One of the ways you'll earn training is through quick selling items you don't need. So you're going to get training points or training currency or whatever, and then you're going to add it to the player that you want to upgrade, such as Le'Veon Bell right here. And with enough training points, you get him to the next tier of upgrading. You see, right here it says tier 2, 72 overall, tier 3. If you add enough training points, you get him right here. Also, if you take a look at this screen right here, you see this new, they have MUT levels still in it. You see your overall right there, coins. It just looks a little bit different. The card art right there looks almost exactly the same, just a little bit different. Let's see. Next, what they did say is going to happen. Ripping the Band-Aid off. Right here. Rip the Band-Aid off. Once you upgrade an item, it is still non-auctionable or tradable. Now, that's a bummer that people didn't like. However, the big difference is that you can get out of it. If you don't like the upgrade or you want to undo the upgrade to maybe upgrade someone else, you can do that. And by doing that, you'll get your base elite or whatever card you put in back. You'll also get back a fraction of your training points, and I think that is a great idea. Now, these are hypothetical numbers right here. We're looking at Aaron Rodgers. So you start with the base power-up, which would be an 80 overall in this case. And this 80 overall base power-up is actually auctionable or tradable, so you can get that on the auction house. And then once you put in training, so let's say you put in 100 training, you get them to the next tier, which is tier 1, 82 overall, and that is now non-auctionable or tradable. Then 200 more training, you get him to tier 2, 84 overall. Then once you put in his core elite, which they're saying 86 overall, I don't know if that's an actual number they're going to use or not, you can get him to the next tier 3, 87 overall. Now, if you wanted to undo this, you would undo the tier 3 power-up. You'd get back the 86 core elite. Then if you undid the next power-up, you would get a fraction of these training points back, if that makes sense for you guys. So that's a little bit of a difference there, adding to the upgrade set. Also, something they're adding to players, which goes along with upgrading them, is you no longer are going to have to be stuck with the chemistry that EA chooses when you go to upgrade these cards, or when you, it says, let me see if I can find it. Not all players will have the same chemistry. Oh, no, I'm a little bit early on that. Let me see if I can find this. Almost no players will come with chemistry outside of team chemistry already equipped. So what's going to happen is you're going to get these players and you're going to get to choose your own chemistry that fits your scheme and stuff like that. And then when you upgrade them, they get better chemistries, if that makes sense. So for some abilities like Playmaker, which is like a really good ability for wide receivers to have, they might not be able to have that chemistry option unlocked until they're a higher upgrade, if that makes sense to you guys. Any questions, leave it in the comments. Hopefully we can get those figured out. I think I'm being pretty clear. Moving on to the next feature they're adding. Also, though, take a look at this, another screen. You got upgrades. You got the chemistry option right here where you choose. You got PR, ZR, PF, WC, GD. I don't know exactly what those mean. It kind of reminds me of Madden 16 chemistries a little bit. But you see there's still tiers. Tier 1, Tier 2. This balanced O is one of them. So a little bit different chemistry system this year. Moving on to solo battles. This isn't really big on me because I'm not a huge solo guy. But basically what they're doing is weekend league with solo challenges. So basically there are 13 options per week that you can play. And through that, you're going to be playing against a computer just like any solo. It's a full game and you cannot redo it. You can't restart. You have one option out. You're playing against the computer and the difficulty is going to be up to you depending on how hard you want to make it on yourself. And basically you get points for each game based on how well you do in the game. Whether it is, scoring points, whether you get touchdowns, whether it's interceptions, sacks, stuff like that, you're going to get points for each game. So if you do really well in all the solo challenges, you'll get a score. And then based on that score, you get ranked. Very similar to Weekend League. And at the end of the week, there's going to be a top 100. There's different reward tiers, 14 reward tiers. And you're going to get rewards every week based on how you do in the solo battles. So that I thought that was pretty interesting. It's basically Weekend League with solo teams. Another thing they're doing is the solo battles are not going to be against just the generic regular teams. They're going to be against Madden Ultimate teams. What they're going to be doing is they're going to be choosing a random team or random teams to be featured in this solo battle. So if you play Ultimate Team, your team could get chosen and be the team that everyone plays against that week. I thought that was kind of cool. So there's a chance that your team would get chosen. How they're doing this, it's not like Weekend League where you played all over the weekend. Monday, the new week begins. You got your featured opponent plus the first 4 games, then Wednesday, the next 4 games, and then Friday, the last 4 games. And then over the weekend, there's Weekend League. So if you like the solo battles, that's going to be releasing throughout every week to do that. I'm not a solo guy, so I'm not super into that. But this is what the screen will look like right here. It says your solo battle progress. You see you got your ranking progress, you got your points, game complete, all that stuff. And then it's going to rank you. Then squads challenges. The basic is out of this paragraph. The ability to play games against the computer in MUT squads. So you can get your friends and you guys can play against the computer. So you got an easy challenge, medium challenge. You can play against different difficulty. Very similar to a solo challenge, but in MUT squads. If you guys do like to play MUT squads, I'm not, again, a huge MUT squads guy, but if you do like it, you can do that now. It's basically solos in MUT squads is what it reminds me of. What else? Now, you know the packages, like in 4.6, there's a speed package. You got your third down back, whatever. Now you're going to be able to customize that even more, which is like a rush right, left defensive end. You can rush your defensive tackles, slot cornerback, sub linebacker. All these things you're going to be able to customize on your team. So that way when you're actually playing a game, you can have those preset packages that you automatically sub in. It's a little bit confusing the way they describe it here, but I'm sure once the game comes out, it'll be a little bit more like, set in stone. And also another huge, I think this is the final thing they talked about. Yeah, this is the final thing they talk about right here, is there are now 25 slots on offense and 25 slots on defense that count towards your chemistry. That's pretty cool. In the past, only your starters counted towards your chemistry, but now it is your starters and backups that are going to count towards your chemistry and help get you to that next tier. Now, obviously, with that, the tiers are going to be higher, so it's going to be harder to get those tiers, but now your backups will matter chemistry-wise, and I think that's pretty cool. They also took away some of the extra slots, so now there's 2 quarterbacks only, 3 running backs, there are 2 fullbacks, 5 wide receivers, 3 tight ends, and then 2 of each O-line. Instead of having like 5 left guards that you can put in, now there's only 2 options. But keep in mind, both of those options are going to count towards your chemistry. And on defense, there's 2 of each left end, right end. There's 4 D tackles. Okay, 4 D tackles. 2 left outside linebackers. 4 middle linebackers. Why do we need 4 middle linebackers? 2 right outside linebackers. There are 5 cornerbacks, 2 free safeties, and 2 strong safeties. Now that is actually going to do it. You see it signed. Until next time, Jake Stein, associate producer. But that is a lot of information that we're getting today for Ultimate Team and the new things that are coming to Ultimate Team. I hope you guys are excited for this. I hope you guys are excited for EA Play. Let me know in the comments again if you guys think I should go to that. I'm pretty excited to go see that. I might have next weekend free to go do that. You guys know me, though. I'm the king of empty promises, so I don't want to promise it because I'm not sure I'll be able to make the time to give up a full weekend to go down there, but I am trying to make it happen. So I hope you guys are excited to see that footage. I am. I hope you guys are excited about this information. I also am. And August 7th cannot come soon enough. Cannot wait for Madden 19. Leave a like if you guys like this video, if you learned something, or if you're excited for Madden 19 in general. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel also. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.
Now I'm on the